Right, you guys make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Bro, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello, welcome back to another live, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you're new. We're trying to reach 1K before the end of the season, people. And it's a big up to everyone that stuck with the redirect from Lewis from Capital Conflict. Obviously, it was half an hour ago when the stream ended, so big up to everyone here. Keep smashing the likes, everyone. Alfie's link is in the title as well, so make sure to subscribe to him. Trying to get him to 400 before the end of the season and 500 before the end of the year. And yeah, Alfie, how you been, man? How you been? What's going on, man? Inside, outside of football, fam?
Doing well outside of football. Inside of football, things could be going better, but it is what it is. We're not going to dwell on that for too much. But outside of football, I'm doing well, just living life, doing whatever we can to get by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to dwell on it a bit. We're going to have to dwell on it a bit, fam. Like, obviously, your season's been over.
Yeah.
From last Your season's been over from last week, so I didn't get to watch the game. I just saw the goals and stuff. But you were 2-0 down quickly and then ended up being 2-2. Big Six record, still unbeaten, as your fans are going back. Big Six record stands for another year. But yeah, I don't know what you made of that.
I turned it off at half time. That's what I did. I turned it off at half time. I wasn't watching the rest. And they only turned up after I turned it off. So I watched the highlights. Apart from the goals, we were poor as far as I was concerned. I mean, what top team goes and concedes 2 goals inside 87 seconds?
Yeah, sure.
Literally, Gakpo put the ball in the net. I mean, not even 2 minutes later, Diaz is back up our end, scoring again. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I didn't expect anything less. I predicted a draw going into the game. So when you look at the outside perspective, I shouldn't really have any complaints. But with the way that we played, I'm complaining regardless. Like, you can't, and you've got fans out there like complaining at the banter that Liverpool fans have got towards us. I mean, we all saw the banners. We all saw the banners. We all saw them, and I agree with every single one of them, especially the one that says "Always the bridesmaid." How long have I been saying this?
Yeah, you've been saying this.
I've been saying this from time, and I stand by that. So I'm not going to complain that the Liverpool fans are having a dig at us. I might complain with the way that they spoke about Trent, but that's for them to talk about, not me. But I just can't wait for the season to end, man. Honestly, I've had enough. Just
yeah. I think
get it done.
I think that's a quite unanimous feeling throughout the fan base this year. I think we all just wanted the season to end. We're all seeing the sun outside, and we're all like, Premier League here. Take a break for a sec. I'm trying to sit outside for a bit. I'm trying to do what I want to do. I'm trying to, either you're trying to sit outside your garden, you're trying to go outside and have a walk, or you're trying to just go holiday. People just want to do different shit now. Because, listen, when you come into this part of the season, it's like, what's the point of football sort of thing? What is the point of football? And I feel like for you guys, I'm expecting you guys to like do this whole thing of like, oh, we ended the season on a high sort of thing because you guys have got no pressure because you're not playing for anything. Like, I know people can say, oh, they might lose second place. I don't think it means anything if you man lose second place. I'll be real. It's a bit embarrassing, but at the same time, it's the same prize from second to fifth. So who really cares?
I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't care less. I'd happily sit there and say I'd rather us in fucking Europa League. I wouldn't be surprised if we drop out the top 5. I mean, I'm not being funny. Yes, Southampton already relegated, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go there and lose because I know what Arsenal were like. I mean, it's happened to teams in the past, like especially if you look at back in 2016, when Spurs lost the league to Leicester. Last game of the season, they got slapped 5-6-1 by Newcastle, and they were already relegated. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same happened to us.
I don't think you're gonna, even if you lose both games, I don't think you're gonna drop out because Forest and Chelsea play each other. Forest also drew to Leicester. Like Villa aren't gonna beat, like, even though Man United and Tottenham are shit, I don't think Aston Villa will beat both of them. Like, there's so many things that need to happen for Arsenal to drop out of the whole Champions League places. If this was like earlier in the season where you like lost to Madrid or lost to PSV, for example, in the Champions League, let's say that happened, and you guys were in the top 4 race at that point, then I'd be like, yeah, Arsenal could drop out of the top 4 race. Arsenal could drop out the top 5 race, the Champions League places and all that. But you guys have done so much now from the start of the season that I know it wasn't good enough, but it's still quite comfortably better than the other teams that are battling there just because you're there, sort of thing. And the problem is now with Arsenal is that all your fans are looking to next season. All your fans, well, next season we'll do this.
But what about this season?
Yeah, exactly. You at the start of this season was expecting Arsenal to win the league because it was like you had to. You had to. I think your thing was more of like, well, you had to win it. You have to win it now, sort of thing. Because your thing was like major trophy this season. But at the same time, look what's happened now. Doesn't it kind of... I don't get why fans are more hopeful for next season rather than more worried about next season. Because I get that, okay, after another trophyless season, you'll think, oh, well, it'll come about next season. Things change. Teams develop. Teams get better. What makes you think that Arsenal are just going to win something next season because they haven't won anything for the past few seasons with Arteta? Like, what about this season, as you just said?
Exactly. I mean, I was very, very clear from the start of the season, if Arteta didn't win a trophy, I wanted him gone. And I've said this on countless occasions. And I reached breaking point after the Newcastle game in the first leg. We all saw the crash out. Me saying, literally, I wanted him gone because I knew that we weren't winning a trophy. And yes, us beating Madrid and getting to a Champions League semi-final gave me a bit of hope, but it's the hope that kills you. And I knew that we weren't going to win anything this season, so therefore I want him gone. But then again, I'm the negative one for saying I want him gone.
Yeah, exactly. I saw your tweets as well. You're fucking fuming.
I have no chill. I even said I wouldn't be surprised if Zubimendi turns around and says, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not joining Arsenal." I wouldn't be surprised.
I saw one of your tweets. It's because of twats like you with delusional opinions. That's why we get bantered.
Yeah, that was aimed at a gal. I'm gunning for this guy, bro. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of this shit.
Oh my days, man! Like, it comes to a point where, like, why are man still hoping and praying? Look at the face of things. Look at reality. Look what you're looking at right now. Look at with your eyes. Look with your eyes on what you're looking at right now. Like, this is the Arsenal of not even of old or new. This is Arsenal in the Emirates era summed up. I can't even say Arsenal forever necessarily. Yeah, I can't even say Arsenal in general in the Prem, because as much as you haven't achieved much in the Prem, in the Prem era, as much as you would like to for the size of your club, even in the Highbury era, you still were a credible team. Ever since you moved to the Emirates, you build up more expectation.
We were competing at Highbury.
Yeah, exactly. You were in the Champions League final at least.
The Invincible season you look at, we went deep into every single competition. What was it? League Cup semi-final, FA Cup semi-final, Champions League quarter-final, got knocked out against Chelsea. Like, we went deep into every competition that season, but now there's no competitiveness. But fans will sit there and be like, oh, don't worry, we're in the Champions League, we're fine. What about the 6 years where we weren't in the Champions League? When we were getting Europa League year in, year out? And I find it funny how the same fans that were there asking for Wenger's head as soon as things started to look wrong in terms of what I know that was a pause moment. I knew that was a pause moment, but they were. But you get what I'm trying to say in it. Where's the same mentality for Arteta? I'm trying to see the same mentality for Arteta that there was for Wenger. You man wanted Wenger out, you got what you wanted. I want to see the same mentality. He's not delivering. He needs to go. You bring in someone else. Don't just mollycoddle him because he's took us from 8th to fucking 2nd. People forget we were in 8th because of this man. Playing Mustafi and Kolasinac and fucking whoever else in the back four. We've got better players. Socrates. Now we're in a position where we can compete and we don't even look any better. We're regressing, and I can see it as well.
And also, but he's inherited a bad squad, so it's taken him this long to win something, even though you haven't won something.
You can't even say that he's inherited a bad squad anymore because all of the players that were in that so-called bad squad aren't there anymore.
Mm.
Like, this squad is entirely his on his own. He spent the money on these players. Therefore, he has to hold accountability for our poor performances. Simple as that.
You didn't even have Declan Rice this game, did you?
No, I heard he was injured apparently, but
Do you know what I reckon happened?
What?
I reckon he's been playing with an injury.
True.
I reckon he's been playing with an injury, and because you guys have nothing to play for anymore, he's ruled himself out.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But then again, I don't blame him. Go and take your holiday, Declan. Go and spend 2-3 weeks in Magaluf or wherever you go with the missus. Have a good time. Come back in pre-season.
Mm-hmm.
Same for Saka. Go stick your sandals on and go sit on a beach somewhere.
Yeah. As soon as we talk about Arsenal, by the way, the biggest hater is here. Big up Charlie. Big up Charlie. Super genius.
I'm just so glad that the next 5 watch-alongs I'm going to do, I do not have to be emotionally attached for, apart from the Women's Champions League final.
What about Europa League?
Oh, you know what? That's going to be a hate watch. That's going to be a hate watch.
So you are emotionally invested?
I am emotionally invested, but not to the extent of I don't care like who wins. Obviously, I care who wins, but at the same time, I don't. As long as it ain't Tottenham, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's more of a case of like, I'm not going to be completely happy if Man United win, but at least Tottenham lose.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, yeah. No, I hear that.
I'm looking forward to it. Like, for the people out there, listen, we got 5 watch-alongs coming on the Alfie D channel. We got the FA Cup final this weekend, Europa League final next week. Then we've got the Women's Champions League final, then the Conference League final, and then the big Champions League final between Inter and PSG. It's going to be a mad month on the Alfie D YouTube channel, so make sure you are there.
Yeah, bro, the link's in the title, people. You need to subscribe to Alfie. Big up to Wolf. Hello, my friend, who I came back to visit after you've almost hit 1K subscribers. I came back because of my love, and of course not because he's gaining subs. Could equal spend to cash spend on me. Big up Wolf. Wolf was one of the first people to ever view the channel, or as in like regular lives. But obviously it's been a while, and we saw him again the other day. So shout out to Wolf. But
big up.
Obviously, the more news came out about Arsenal, though, as you kind of referred to recently about Zubimendi. He finally signed the guy who was linked to signing in January, I guess. Obviously, the signing was always meant to be for this summer. Jorginho's leaving, so I'm assuming it's a Jorginho replacement. Like, what do you make? What have you made of that?
I mean, I've said on a couple of occasions that I think we should have signed Zubimendi over Marino, but then again, we've got both of them now, so I can't really complain. But it's become obvious that he is coming in to replace Jorginho. Whether he's going to be, I don't think he'll be a squad player. I feel like we're going to try and fit him into the starting 11, but at the same time, who do you take out if you bring him in? So it's a good signing, but as to whether it's going to mean anything to where we go next season, time will tell. But I'm just happy we finally got the signing over the line.
Yeah, do you know what my thing is with Zubimendi? Yeah, I see Zubimendi. I say that surely Partey leaves like very soon, in my opinion. If Zubimendi, because what's the point of signing someone for like 51 million or whatever it is? Yeah, I don't know how much it is, but it's something. It's a lot of money to replace a free signing, and then he just sits on the bench for Thomas Partey.
It doesn't make sense.
And then he doesn't play, and then he gets frustrated.
Yeah, but then I'm seeing we're looking at giving Partey a contract extension.
It's going to be interesting to see, like, right at the end of the season, whether Partey signs or not. Would you want Partey to sign?
See, the thing is, like, for moments this season, he has been good, but at the same time, I can't understand why we'd give him another year extension when we know that his time's coming up in terms of playing professional football. We know his legs are going to go slowly but surely. He's getting to that age now. So to me, it doesn't make sense to give him another extension. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do, because we're Arsenal and this is the shit that we do.
But you know what? As now that I asked you about Partey, do you know what? Now that we've come to the end of the season, I might as well ask you, who would you buy, keep, and sell out of the Arsenal squad? I'm going to bring the squad up in a minute. Give me a sec. I'm interested to know your opinion, because the clear out you maybe need, despite the fact that you're in a title race, is quite interesting in itself. Okay. Start with goalkeepers. David Raya.
I mean, Raya's definitely going to be a keep. It's definitely going to be a keep. I think it looks as if Raya's going to be our goalkeeper going forward. Whether Arteta sticks with that, I don't know, because he likes to have his number one, and then he brings in another goalkeeper just to chuck him out again. So, but I'd keep Raya.
Neto.
Get him gone. Get him gone.
Yeah, he's on loan anyway, isn't it?
He's played one game, and even then he was poor. So yeah, send him back to the Vitality.
Willie Saliva.
I think it's obvious. I think it's an obvious keep for me, but whether he decides to stay is up to him.
Gabriel.
My preferred Arsenal captain. I'm definitely saying keep Gabriel.
Kivior.
Get him gone. Send him to the Serie A.
Apparently his wife is meant to be decent, but I'm not too sure. I haven't seen her. Apparently he's meant to have a decent looking wife. Calafiori.
If we play him in his natural position, I'd say keep. But then we have to bring in a left back, which we needed anyway.
Lewis Skelly.
Keep.
Zinchenko.
If we were moving him to midfield, I keep him. But as a squad player.
Yeah, fair enough. Kieran Tierney. Well, he's gone anyway, but
he's gone anyway. But if I would have kept him as our number one left back, I feel like he's been hard done by the Arsenal squad, and I think he deserved so many more minutes this season. Yes, he is injury prone, but you can see the quality that he brings in that position when he's 100% fit. So yes, he's going, but if I had the choice, I'd keep him.
Yeah. Musty, chill out in the chat, bud. Hey, chill out in the chat. Jurian Timber.
Keep.
Did I ask you? Did I just ask you Ben White? Am I going mad? Like, what's going?
No, you haven't asked me Ben White yet.
Oh, Ben White.
I'd say keep, but it's gonna be a tough choice as to who is our starting right back next season. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of competition for that place.
Tomiyasu.
Is bro still alive?
Yeah, I thought he was a person. You know, he's still injured.
He's still injured, yeah. Bro's been injured for time, but I don't think we can sell him at all because he's injured. I feel like we need to wait until he's back from injury to get him off the books.
So I guess sell Partey.
Bench.
Jorginho.
He's already going, so yeah.
Declan Rice.
Keep.
Mikel Merino.
Keep.
Oh, you keep him, yeah? Would you start him then?
I don't think I'd start him, but I feel like he'd have a good impact off the bench. I think if you start him on the bench and bring him on with about 15, 20 minutes to go, he provides a good impact into the game and, can run at tired legs. So I'd keep him as a squad player.
Would you keep him as a midfielder or a striker?
Definitely a midfielder. He's not a striker, but he's done well in that position. What's he got? 9 goals from the centre forward position. He's done well despite not being his natural position, but he's definitely a midfielder. So
fair. This one should be interesting. Martin Odegaard.
This brother, man. This brother.
And before you say what you want to say, I want to know your reason. I want to know your reason as well, because this one causes divide. Odegaard causes divide. Let's be real here. Or Odegaard causes divide. Odegaard is the one that is like he's like Marmite with the Arsenal fan base at this current moment in time.
You either love him or hate him, yeah.
Yeah.
If you take the captain's armband off him, I'd keep him.
Fair. You reckon that brings him back to a player that he should be, I guess. Because to be honest, even at his best, I still think he can go up a level.
I definitely think it will take the pressure off of him if you take the armband off of him. But at the same time, whether we'll do that, I don't know. Like you never know what's going to happen with this team.
Martinelli.
No, what? Bristol City are winning 2-0.
No, he's trolling. It's musty, bro.
Oh, I've
got the game on my fucking screen. I'm like, they didn't even go 1-0 up. Martinelli.
Keep.
Trossard. Wait, hold on. Wait, Martinelli, you keep, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think Martinelli's good?
I think he can be good on his day.
I feel like it's been a while.
It has been a while. I think you have to go back to when Xhaka was at the club to look at the last time that he had a decent run of form. But he's shown it in patches that he can provide good moments. I mean, he got a goal yesterday, surprisingly enough, from a header. Like, you rarely see Martinelli score from a header. But I'd definitely say keep him.
But when do you ever see Martinelli turn up in like a big game?
Rarely.
That's what I'm thinking, because I feel like the last time I saw him play well, like on a regular basis, was the first season you were challenging. That feels like a long time ago.
I think we need to bring someone in to give him a kick up the backside, to give him the motivation to continue playing well. I feel like if you bring in someone new, someone who's going to like potentially cause trouble to his place in the team, I think then you start to see maybe a little glimpse of what he can do when he's got pressure on him.
So if you was to sign a left winger this summer, would this be your last chance for Martinelli then?
Yeah.
Because he's got competition now. Okay, that makes sense. Mike, if West Ham lose another game, play GT and punch people to vent your frustration. I've got a punching bag right behind me, mate. So if I'm really that pissed off, I've got a punching bag. But West Ham make me angry for like 10 minutes. I turn my camera off and then I just like watch YouTube or some shit, and then I don't have to talk about football anymore.
Yeah, bro, I saw your match. I saw your match reaction yesterday. It was like the one time that I ain't watching West Ham, they turn up. It's crazy. We both had the same thing yesterday. I turned the game off at half time. Arsenal drew 2-2. You weren't even watching the game up. West Ham won 2-0.
Yep.
Funny how that happens, isn't it?
I only watched the game back today. I only rewatched it today to like actually like talk about it, because it's not my job, but it's my fucking hobby. I have to talk about this shit. Trossard.
So.
Time's done.
Yeah, man ain't got it no more.
Bukayo Saka.
Keep. That's my star boy, man. That's like we sell Saka. That's like giving your son up for adoption. Like, we can't do that.
I want to ask you this. That reminded me. Sure, it reminded me of. Do you remember an old debate about Saka? Yeah, that we like. I don't know what. There wasn't really a debate about Saka, but it was a debate of. Remember, there were Arsenal fans, yeah. That were.
Oh, you talking about the video? They were asking, would you win the Premier League but sell Saka in the summer? Yep. Yeah.
I remember what your thing was. You were debating that for time in your head. What do you think about that now?
I think you keep him regardless.
No, that's not the question. You know what the question is. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what the question is. I said, I keep him regardless. No shit, you keep him regardless. I'm saying separate from this. Like, would you sell Saka if it meant winning a Premier League?
No.
What? So, all this time, pressuring Arteta to win a trophy, if you sold Saka to guarantee yourself a trophy, you wouldn't take it. Even though if you kept Saka and you still won nothing, you would probably be angry anyway. No, Alfie, what? Explain that. Explain the logic. I don't.
I think
Guarantee yourself winning a trophy, like guarantee the Premier League.
I think under a different manager we win a trophy. But
again, that's not the fucking question.
I know it's not the question, but I'm just stating facts. I think under a different manager we win a trophy, so there's no need to sell Saka. But even if we weren't under a different manager, I'd keep him.
No, Alfie, that's nothing to do with the fucking question. I know you're trying to avoid it because you don't want to sell Saka that much. But bro, if it meant guaranteed a Premier League, let's say Saka leaves and it like we were in a magic world. This is a fantasy world. Saka goes. You win a Premier League. You wouldn't take that.
Is there a possibility to send him on loan to win that trophy?
What the fuck? Why are you trying to twist the question?
I'm trying to find a loophole.
What is this attack? You're moving like one of them typical Arsenal fans though. You've got an attachment to a player rather than the team winning something, bro.
No, because the rest of the Arsenal fans are attached to the manager.
That's not what I'm saying. It's an individual thing. It's like when fans are attached to Erdegaard. Fans are attached to many players. What the fuck?
Well, if we're looking at the question at face value, I'd probably say yeah.
My days. Hey, Musty, you've got too much time on your hands. You've got too much time on your hands, fucking hell. So it took you that long to think about the question.
I'm trying to find loopholes. That's what I'm doing.
That's a loopholes. Like, what benefit do you get from Saka staying without winning anything?
Homegrown talent.
Is that it? Is that more important than the Premier League?
No.
What's the fucking point?
I don't know. Bro, honestly, like, I'm already focusing on the fucking summer, man. I've already had enough of this fucking season. I've had enough of all of it. All the Arsenal fans chatting shit. Like,
but bro, I remember we had a conversation. Yeah, I don't even know if this is on camera, but if you man won the Champions League, you said you would still sack Arteta.
Yeah.
So how was that the same logic as keeping Saka and not winning a Premier League?
I don't even know.
Bro, I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, moving on. Ethan Panieri.
Keep if we get a new manager, but if he wants minutes, I think he should go.
Raheem Sterling.
Mister, you're about to see the best of me. No, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We waited for that. No, send him back to Chelsea.
Kai Havertz.
Bench.
Will you still keep him?
Providing we bring in a striker, you keep him on the bench.
First, Gabriel Jesus.
Sell.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's a lot of keeps. So do you think you're that far away? Realistically, then.
See, when you look at if you look at the squad, when you take the squad at face value, we don't look that far away. But then again, like looking at the squad at face value doesn't provide results, does it? So yes, there's a lot of players in the squad that I definitely want to keep, but at the same time, we need to add to the players we've already got, and I know we've been saying that for years. But when you've got a manager that spends a lot of money on players that we don't need to sign, it only pushes us further and further away from where we want to be.
Fair enough. Let's get into the comments. BJ, the throat goat stinker and hooked. Do you know what? Because you're here, I need to actually address this properly, but we'll get into that in a minute. The Suns clip, everyone's saying clip. I fucking said he's a top gooner. Hey, are you a top gooner?
No.
I said you fucking fraud, stand this shit. Can't goon more. Don't even check with the bro. What, like, you man got too much time in your hands. This is not, believe it or not, it's not the real League Gunner. What? Look at
I
your
thought
face.
it was,
League
there was
Gunner's not
me
watching
thinking,
the GVO Mike's channel. He's not watching the GVO Mike's channel, bro. You're fucking cannibal, bro. Hey, this is musty, bro. This is musty.
oh, so he's got burner accounts, yeah? Say no more.
Have you only just noticed, bro? Look.
I knew he had one. I didn't realize he had multiple burner accounts.
Let's just stick it on him. This guy's such a joke, man. No, you're the same as them. That's an Alfie man behave. But would you sell Bowen for us winning the league, Mike? Yes. Bro, I don't care. Bro, you see this, yeah? You see where Bowen is right now, yeah? Bowen's not the only reason why we're scoring now. You see, if we sold Bowen and we were winning the league, that means we would have a better team than just a one-man team right now. We're going to win the league with more players. I don't have to rely on one player.
Yeah, but then again, Danny Dyer would probably kidnap Jared Bowen to make sure he stays at West Ham.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Mike, you ever try telling me Alfie has standards and get up cooking you? You already said Saka.
I have got standards.
You already said Saka over a trophy and change your mind because you got cooked. I ain't the chat moving man today. I'll focus on what the fuck is wrong with Musty? I'm mashing, you know. That's an Alfie of a toggle. Don't do it. No, don't do a Saliba. Do not do a Saliba. I think Arsenal can replace Saka, so I think selling him for cash and winning the league is 100% worth it. No, but I'm not even saying that it would happen. I'm not even saying like Arsenal would sell Saka and spend the money well, because that wouldn't happen. One, he probably isn't going to leave because Saka's emotional, but also Arsenal don't spend money well. I'm not saying Arsenal selling Saka and they would win the league. I'm saying if it meant instantly, they're guaranteed that they would win the league. Bro, if Man City fans told me, well, I guess it doesn't work for them because they win leagues, but let's say Chelsea, for example, they sell Palmer, they win the league next season, they're taking it. I know it's not through academy kid, but they don't have it. Oh, Reece James. Musty and Dave, would you sell Reece James for Chelsea to if it meant guaranteed to win the league next season for Chelsea? Whoever wants to see what the fuck? Are you Arteta in or out? Russell Stocks us. Look at Russell Stocks.
Arteta out, man. Arteta out. I'm saying that until he goes. And when he eventually does go, I'll do what Mike's did when Lopetegui got sacked. I'll host a eulogy for the brother.
Havertz is on 250k a week. That's a crazy amount for a bench player.
I didn't even realise he was on that much. Fucking hell.
Bad.
250 grand a week. For this wallad.
The same standards as body.
Nah.
BJ has no standards for football, but wants to turn his nose up at cheeks. Are you referring to Astrid Witt? Is that what you're referring to? Big up to Damien Kudus, more naturally talented than Saka. I want to know what the chat thinks. What does the chat think? Kudus or Saka? In terms of natural talent. I'd sell Bowen too long. Listen, I would sell everyone that has ever existed at West Ham for a league title. Bro, if you would ask me, yeah, when Mark Noble was here, I would sell Mark Noble for a league title, bro. It's not that deep to me. Mark Noble's West Ham through and through. He's West Ham through and through, but if it meant selling you for a league title, like Mark Noble isn't West Ham. You know what I mean? Like I would have sold Declan Rice if it meant winning a league title. You know what I mean? I'd never sell cap to this guy. Is such a troll. Nah, he is proper. These Chelsea fans are fucking trolls.
What they wouldn't sell Reece James even though his sister's better than him.
His sister's better than him, bro. I've seen highlights of with all due respect to women's football's on a great improvement. I've seen some of the goals. Yeah, it's amateur FIFA CPU controls. No offense, but Reece James is not worse than Lauren James, bro. He's just less fit, bro. His hamstrings are made of cheese. But he's a really good footballer.
Hamstrings are made of dairy Lee, bruv.
I'd sell my mum for a league title. Yeah. Listen, no offense to mum, bud. I would she would understand. She'd have to understand. Like, you have to go, blood. Like, she even understands. She has to understand. She has to go, blood.
Game's the game.
See, they're taking a piss. Big up Damien every single time. Natural talent, Kudus, but Kudus' cheeks. You rate Danny Ings, you're not a serious guy. You rate Antonio. Here we go, these two again. It's been a while since these two have argued in the chat. Women's football, I only watch. Okay.
What reason's that, Musty? Go on.
Dave, you say how are they already beefing? This isn't the first time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, Havertz is on 280 grand a week. Unless someone can correct me. Joe, I literally had transfer marked up. So, this is in euros though. This is in euros. Kai Havertz. How much money is he on? Why doesn't it say? What does it say? How much money? Contracts. Bro, why does it not just tell me? Like, bro, what's wrong with transfer marked, fam? But listen, 280 grand a week is long anyway.
Mm.
Bro, for like, I can't believe. Bro, it's not like you tried to get. I don't know who Chelsea even had at the time because the squad's changed so much. But like their best players, like even Reece James. Even if you tried to get Reece James, for example, it's not even like you paid him the wages. It's not even like you paid him the wages. He was probably one of their better players. It's not even like you paid Thiago Silva at the time. You paid for Kai Havertz, bro, and gave him 280 grand a week. We could
have spent that 65 million that we wasted on Havertz so much better. Like, we could have got an actual striker for that.
That's true. That's true. And that's the thing. What has he ever done in football to warrant 280 grand a week?
Oh, what? Score a goal in the Champions League final? Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
it's his only good moment in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even Chelsea fans would agree.
Mm.
These lot arguing and chat about Ings and Antonio again. So Davis and Dons. Most women don't want to play for their wages ever match the men's pay. No, he is right. I don't know why I laughed, but he's right. Because think about it, yeah. I still think in this day and age, now let's say we were going to school in this day and age, there wouldn't be a women's football team in school until it gets to that standard. You're never gonna see like the standards that high because I don't know. Most women in my school played. Was it
volleyball?
Not even volleyball. What's the other sport? It's similar.
Squash.
It's similar. No, not squash. There was no squash in my school. Is it netball? Netball.
Yeah, netball. Yeah.
That was the women's sport in my school.
Yeah, my mum played netball.
Bro, netball was like the thing for women to play. Like they had a netball team. They didn't have another team. I don't think they had another sports team in school. Like it's not even just a football thing. It's a sports thing in general. Like if they're gonna pick a sport, they'll pick netball. And I think the system's so fucked anyway because there's not enough people to go against that and be like, let's start our own team in this school and let's get the ratings high enough so that we can start our own team. It's like they are seeing that women are already picking netball, so they'll follow the crowd and try and learn netball so they can be in a women's sports team in itself. The cycle will go on and on until the structure breaks, sort of thing. By the way, you don't know why people call you BJ in the chat, innit?
No.
There's this guy, and I know Charlie and Dave have been begging for me to bring this up in one of the shows for ages, yeah. But they say you look like a guy called BJ the Goat, so we found your new lookalike.
Why do I feel like this ain't gonna even look like? No. No. That's not me. That's someone else. That's not me. That ain't me.
Hey, Alfie.
You call me Ben from Outnumbered? Calm. I'll take that lookalike. I'm Ben from Outnumbered. Cool. But this, nah.
Hey, I'll be real, yeah. I know why you're reacting like that. It's the trim, isn't it? It's the trim.
It is the trim. Like my trim ain't even that bad.
No, we're not. But it's the face. The face you do kind of look like.
No.
I've been waiting 9
Britain's hardest TikTok.
Mike, you've known me for how long? You've known me for how long? And you're saying I look like this, brother? Nah.
No, but Fred, look at him in a hat.
No, still no. Still no. That's not me. That's not me. If anything, he looks like me.
I'm sorry, I see it. I see it, especially without not with the trim, obviously. Sheffield United have scored, by the way. So that ties over. But fam, you look like you. I can't lie, you do.
No.
Behave yourself.
Even you with a hat.
Hold on, where's my hat?
Yeah, put a hat on. Get a hat on.
Where's my hat, bro?
Hey, Damien, you see it, innit? You see it. You see it. You can see it in the face. Charlie and Dave were the reason why this is a thing, by the way.
Yeah, of course it was fucking Charlie. Who else would it be?
It was in the watch along last week for the Champions League, and they were talking about BJ the GOAT. Hey, wait.
No. No. I do not look like this, brother. No, I'm not having that. I don't have any time for any gossip now. Please.
No, you look like him still.
No, I don't.
No, you putting on a hat makes it worse.
Yeah, quiet down, Mavropanos, man. Shush.
No one agrees with Prime, bro. Shut up, man.
All right.
I am sorry, man. If the chat put it up. That's why people call you BJ in the chat.
Why have I still got this on, bro?
I wanted to bring that up because, like, in the Pro Club's streams, in the previous streams, that is why people are saying BJ. That's who people are referring to. Like, they've given that as your nickname. I can't control what the chat's saying.
I was happy with Alfred Wet, bro. Like that, I was fine with.
You weren't at the time, though.
I weren't at the time, but as time went on, I embraced it. Like my Pro Club's character's name is Alfred Wet now because of it. I embraced the lookalike or whatever. Or I embraced the nickname. But this, no, I'm not jumping on that train. I'm not getting on that bus. No, I do not look like BJ the GOAT. I've had enough.
Fuck off, Charlie.
Fuck off. See, the thing is with Charlie as well, he's going to be spamming my fucking Instagram DMs going, BJ.
No, it's not even that. It's going to be... He's going to send you memes of BJ the GOAT. He will send you memes of BJ, bro. And by the way, you know how crazy a name is, by the way, to be called BJ the GOAT? BJ the GOAT is crazy.
So you're the GOAT at BJ, say no more.
Do you know what? When these lot put in the chat, I can't remember whether it was Charlie or Dave first. I think it might have been Charlie that put BJ the GOAT in the chat. I thought they were trolling. I thought they were getting me to say something mad. I thought they were getting me to say something mad. I didn't know that was an actual name. Hey, which one? Which club is washed? Because we're West Ham and Arsenal here. West Ham and Arsenal. So which club? Which club? Oh, West Ham. Oh, bro, like you don't even need to tell me that, bro. I know, Jamil. Bro, I'm a West Ham fan. I have to put on my club every single day.
Both of them are washed.
Do you know BJ the GOAT has the license plate of any 14 ABJ? ABJ. That is funny, fam. ABJ. Hey, that's gotta be your new number plate if you ever try.
Yeah, good thing I'm not getting my license anytime soon.
Oh my days, I said ABJ. West Ham will wash, bro. Arsenal horror as well. Wash your mouth up before you disrespect West Ham. Sign chop team like BJ the coach. You see this? I don't know why you would keep a trim like that though. Like the first one, yeah. Nah, I want to
My trim's
investigate.
never been that bad. Yes, I've been bald before, but it's never been that bad.
Bro, why would you ever keep? Yeah, let me go back to this trim. Why would you keep that trim?
How do you walk out your house with your hair looking like that? Like my hair's all over the place at the minute. Don't let me lie, but I cover my hair up because I know that my hair's mad.
Mm.
I'm waiting until we hit the Landmark 400 subs before this goes. But I do just want to say as well, should we tell the people what the idea that I come up with for those that didn't hear it on Saturday?
Yeah, God.
Yeah, basically, obviously, as I've said before, that if I get to 400 subs by the end of the season, I will be shaving my head and going bald. But I've decided to come up with the idea that when I do it, I will be doing it live on stream. So I'll probably have like my mum shave my hair, and then I'll be sending that hair to a cancer charity so they can use it to make wigs for cancer patients. So I should be like, once that gets all sorted, I'll be putting like a donation link in my descriptions for my video, so you guys can go and donate to that. So yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, listen, subscribe to Alfie, people, because you'll be seeing that very, very soon. The bro,
Rag and Bone Man's coming back, bro.
He's gonna look like a proper egg, fam. He's gonna look like white Tim
Pot of
Howard.
paper.
Yeah, pot of paper. Gangster writers and all that. Like, so shout out to Alfie for doing that. Obviously, that was your mum's idea, innit?
Yeah. Big up, Mumsy.
Yeah, bigger every single time. That is gonna be mad. That is gonna be mad. That's gonna be an enjoyable stream. That's gonna be an enjoyable stream as well. Said W Mans, bro. Respect it. Big up BJ.
Fuck off, man.
Definitely like burners here. My days. Bro. Humpty Dumpty, respect.
Humpty Dumpty.
Hey, do you know that guy from what's that? Is it Come Fly With Me?
Taj.
You know the guy
yeah. Is he rolling?
Yeah.
Don't lie, is he rolling? Avatar. Have you seen Avatar? You haven't seen Avatar? You're gay, man. I'm not being funny. You are gay.
You're gonna look like him. No, bruv. Shut up, Shamil, bruv. It's completely over now for Bristol, by the way. Yeah. It's 1-0 and they're 4-0 down on aggregate, bro. The game is so over.
So who is it it's Sheffield United against either Sunderland or Coventry?
Yes, and that second leg's tomorrow. Sunderland 2-1 up on aggregate, taking it back to Stadium of Light. You'd like to think that they would have bottled it. But at the same time, apparently, Sunderland haven't beat Coventry in over 20 years or some shit.
Jesus.
Big up to the Bayern View and Zir for the raid every single time.
Big up.
To the Bayern community. Bigger.
My centre mid, my left wing back, my dog.
Shout Touchline as well. Big up Touchline every single time. Shout Zir and Liam for the raid. Mike's doing watch along tomorrow. Yeah, fuck it. I'll run that. Why not?
What's that for the second leg?
Yeah. Because I watched the championship, so fuck it. Did someone block me and start chatting rubbish? I don't know. Big up for the raid every single time, lads. I didn't even say my 10.
You don't play in the 10s here.
To be fair, we don't play with a 10.
We don't play with a 10. We play with a holding midfielder and 2 centre mids.
Big up baby is crazy. Oh my days. That's all my 11 left wing back. Let's go. Liam had one appearance of like hat trick from left wing back. We haven't seen him since. We ain't seen Liam since, bro. Who do you think's making the rest of the top 5 positions then?
Well, at the moment it's Newcastle, City, and Chelsea. Obviously, Villa and Forest are sat just outside that. But as you said, Forest has still got to play Chelsea. Personally, I think it stays the same way as it is. I think it will be Liverpool, us, City, Chelsea and Newcastle. I think Villa will try everything they can, but I think they'll just fall short. And Forest seem to be on a downward spiral at the moment. So much so that their owner ran on the pitch after the game against Leicester and started arguing with Espirito Santo. So
Yeah, that was mad. Like the chat referred to it earlier. I guess we can talk about it now. Like, fam, I don't know what's a big of that, because I don't know what the context is. I get like, do you know what it is? I would get a club having standards here. That's fine. That's completely fine. Like, I'd get that, like, from a Forest owner perspective, that's always been his thing to like just try and make Forest as like big and sick as possible. Yeah. Did he need to do it publicly?
no,
I'm not. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
That was something that could have happened in the changing room after the game. Like, you didn't need to run on the pitch and start having an argument with your manager. Like, that doesn't need to happen. Not in front of everyone.
Yeah, I think that's bare burner accounts, by the way. I don't know what's going on.
All of them must be.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Musty could do so many. Why aren't you guys twerking for Forest anymore? Why's it twerking, bro? I'm just giving. I just give credit where it's due and criticize when they're bad. But I know Charlie, prime Forest hater. Charlie, you're going to be very disappointed when we don't beat Forest this week. And if we do, I'll be very happy because it's West Ham winning a game. But I know we won back-to-back games once this season because of Arsenal and Leicester, but we're not doing that again. Not do that again. You think Chelsea finish above Newcastle? I think Newcastle finish above Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think who had Newcastle got last game of the season actually?
I know they've got us next month. They'll finish above Chelsea.
No, sorry, we've got Ipswich. I don't know why I said Ipswich. Newcastle have got Everton at home. Yeah, they'll finish above Chelsea.
Oh yeah, they'll finish above Chelsea regardless.
I think they'll get 6 points. I think they'll beat you lot. I don't think they'll beat Everton. I don't think Arsenal will beat Newcastle at home. If there's one thing, like the way Eddie Howe sets up his team for each individual game is brilliant. I can't lie. Like,
even when he's not on the touchline, even when he was in fucking hospital suffering from pneumonia, his team were winning. They were 4-0 up inside the first half. One of their games.
Who could see? Yeah, that's true. No, it's true. It's true. That's facts. That's facts. And do you know what it is as well? Eddie Howe set up a whole different shape for Chelsea. Like, just to see like the way they would play. And what I said this on Limited Shadow as well. What is really good about Eddie Howe is like his in-game management and his in-game switches. It's that he saw Chelsea go down to 10 men, so he was like, fuck it, I'll drop to a 4 at the back to see if we could get more chances. Then he saw Chelsea creep into the game when they did have 10 men and was like, I'm going to switch back to a 5. I'm switching back to a 5. And that's what a good manager does. You get rid of a problem quick.
What do you make of the people out there saying that Jackson's to blame for what happened yesterday and for them dropping out the top 5?
He's part of it. I don't think it's solely him, but when you get a red card like that, especially when you're doing it, he basically did it on purpose. The people's elbow to him, bro. Like don't get me wrong, Chelsea could have finished chances. Chelsea shouldn't have been 1-0 down in the first place. But you've got to have better, not a mentality, but better composure like that when you're a professional footballer, for fuck's sake. Like, at the amount of time this guy loses his temper, I think he's a good player. But at the amount of time this guy loses his temper for no reason, where he's just people's elbowing a player, like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't need to do that. He's looking at the man, and then people elbows him.
Yeah.
But as Liam says, people, if you're new, sub up, let's get this guy to 1K subs. Listen, we're very close to 1K subs.
If you don't subscribe, you're a fucking donut. Simple as that.
Exactly. You don't subscribe to Alfie as well, you're a donut. His link is in the title, fam.
Exactly. You're gonna, as Sanam said, if you don't subscribe, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline. He said it.
Big up to Wolf for just a bit of advice there, I guess. West Ham are generally a bigger club than Man City, Oil Club. We're beating Forest this weekend. I hope so. West game, you're cold, bro. Also, you should try and make your thumb understandable. Sorry, I think 100% help.
Thanks for that, man. Thanks for the advice, man. I'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, Wolf's a real one.
Yeah.
Big up to Chimil, West Ham over Man City. Or even if it's not a win, we are taking something from them. I can see a draw. Like, I'm the most negative West Ham fan there is, but I can see a draw. Name me 5 West Ham players real quick. That's Bowen, Kudus, Paquetá, Alvarez, Rodriguez. Like, what do you want me to do? West Ham are buns. Yeah, no shit. Like, you don't say. Like, how do you feel support a mediocre team? Brilliant stuff.
That's all Lopetegui's fault, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is. A lot of it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of the players as well, man. Fuck me. Yeah, like Man City just oil no history. These idiots, they were losing the game anyway. That's the excuse. They were losing the game anyways. They should be 1-0 down in the first place. Like, the way they dealt with the goal, that was terrible, man. It's like Tonali was walking into the like middle of the pitch just to fucking score. Like, the problem is, I saw like either a draw or Newcastle win. I didn't see Chelsea winning there. Obviously, it's possible to win at Newcastle away. Even we fucking did it. But at the same time, it's quite rare that people actually go there when they're at their best and when Newcastle actually need points and go there and get a win. Only like Liverpool because of a good record, and even they drew 3-3. Even they drew 3-3 this season. Even Man City just drew this season. Like, it happens. But you got to be more prepared. Like, you should know Newcastle away by now. You should know Newcastle away by now. But that makes like, I think we saw the difference between someone like a Maresca and someone like an Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe kept switching it. Eddie Howe kept switching it. Maresca, cool, it was 10 men, but you got to make do with what you got. It's not impossible to win a game with 10 men. It's not. People act like it's the worst thing to happen in the world. Cool, you can make do, though. With the players you have, you can still build something in the game to actually win the game. West Ham Klinsmann says he's suffered Alfie for his tears. Yeah, facts. So pray for Bayern. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Eli Kudus is clear of Palmer. No. No, he's not. I've got monetized, bro. See? I told you they wouldn't. So when you get 1K, you can get paid, fam. You can get paid. See? I told you you'd be eligible. I told you. They don't care about shit, bro. They don't care about shit. They don't care about tweets and all that shit, bro. But
just as long as you don't drop a certain word, then you'll be fine.
There's a couple. Like, in terms of like getting demonetized for a video.
Yeah, but the big one is the old see you next Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Tottenham are so arsed the 17th. 20 losses, you know. 20
How
losses.
have you lost over half your games in a season? Like, fair enough, I know we've drawn 14, but fucking hell.
Bro, 20 losses. I've never seen Tottenham this bad. I've never seen Tottenham this bad. Like, I know we laugh at Tottenham a lot, but Tottenham 17th, 20 losses. Yeah, you do get paid through super chats and memberships, but it's actually rare that you get like regular super chats. Like regular super chats. Like, not many people are going to send regular super chats unless you have a massive.
That's why whenever the super chats come through, grateful.
Yeah, bro. Like, we've got a few like recently, and like obviously that's because of some of these guys are generally like mates and stuff. Like, shout out to Yasser and Elijah. Charlie sent super chats before.
Yeah.
Like, big up to everyone that has. Must have touched I could open OF. What the fuck? Well, I'm fucked. And I say that word all the time. Bro, I say the word all the time, and that's not great either.
Bro, that word's my favourite swear word, bro. It's my favourite swear word. Like, at least 10 times a day, that word's coming out of my mouth.
How the fuck did we get Man U and Tottenham final Europa? Well, it's what it is. It's like cup games are different. Cup games are different. It's like one-offs compared to league titles, league form. Sorry, like a lot of teams take their mind off the league to go into cups differently, with a different mentality. Be like, this is like a break from the league. It's like a refreshing. It's like starting new for them. Who's winning, Chelsea or Betis? I low-key think Betis. You know, it might be our hope, but I think Betis.
Yeah. I think Betis have got a good. That will be an interesting final to watch. I'm looking forward to doing that watch along. I'm not going to lie, but as to who I think will win that game, it's up in the air at the moment. I think you have to look at. Obviously, like you said, I don't think you can look too much into current form because the game's a one-off. So I think it's just a case of whoever turns up on the day.
Yeah, Spurs have been embarrassing for years. Crazy how they're labelled as a Big Six club. They're just there for vibes. They're just fully just there for vibes. Doing a hate along for Man U versus Spurs? Yeah, I am. I'm sure I'll as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll both be streaming on that day. Fucking
get two different screens, Deck. Get two different screens. Have Max on one and me on the other, and just watch both of our hate alongs.
Yeah. What do you lot think of Man City genuinely? What, in general? I don't mind them. We have a good relationship with them. Right now, they've got. I think they can sign a couple players and they'll be fine next season. Generally. But Pep needs to fix up with some of his team selections. What I generally think is happening is what's happening at a lot of few clubs is that they're like, it's despite the fact that you sign players in January, you got new players, etc. They're keeping them out for the rest of the season so they can like fully settle in in pre-season and start them next season. If not, then I don't know. Pep might be smoking something different. But
I think
at the same time, I think they'll be fine next season because I think Liverpool dip next season. I don't think Arsenal do fuck all.
I think in terms of like what's happened to City this season, I think you've seen it happen a lot of years where like you've got teams that have just dominated for year in year out, and then as those players get older, you see the form start to dip and the style of play start to go wrong. So for me, I think that's what's happened with Man City. Whether that is the case, I guess we'll find that next season when they bring in a couple of new players. If they start the same way that they finished this season next year, I think then you have to start looking at maybe what Pep's doing. But I think they'll be back next season. I don't think you can have a title race next season without City in it.
Yeah. You can't be English and not say that word.
Facts. That word's ingrained into every Englishman.
Yeah, listen, I say it all the time, but I try my best not to say it on camera as much. Just because I know it will either demonetize someone else, even though it doesn't really anymore, apparently, but I'm not taking a risk. Because, listen, when I get eligible, like on 1K, I'm trying to make a little bit of this, at least for now. I am trying. I'm no one's saying no to money, fam. I know we have as well, but to be part of the big six, it just makes it much worse. Yeah, when there's expectation, it makes you a lot like more in the spotlight. There's more expectation of you, so how can you not follow through with it? That word is Barclays. Because Frankfurt bottled it. Yeah, Frankfurt did bottle it. They did. They had so many chances. Pablito Fornals is going to score the win against Chelsea, drop the iron side of the corner flag and scream London is clear and blue into the camera. That's the dream.
If he does that, I'll give him props. I'll give him props for that. I'll be like, you know what, fair play. Like, stand on business.
I think Fornals, Isco, and Anthony have got signed. I think they've got signed. Personally, I think they'll turn up.
Will Anthony be eligible for a Europa League medal as well?
I don't know, but I don't think he really gives a fuck about that. To be fair, but he's not going to see the medal. He's not going to be there.
No, they'll send it over to Betis for him. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if Betis get him on a permanent because they love him there. They have fallen in love with a low player and all that. Betis will be the first good club Chelsea have played, I think. No, it's true. It's true. They haven't played anyone, but yeah, it's what it is. Even we had a harder run in the fucking Conference League. Such a big. Oh, so that is from Peach.
Wait, who did you have in your running? You had what? Larnaca, Genk,
Alkmaar, and Fiorentina.
RZ.
Yeah, and Fiorentina.
I'm sure there was another team because when you played in the Conference League, it was. I know you played Fiorentina in the final, but I'm pretty sure you played Larnaca in the Xanderpay too.
No, yeah. No, it was a round of 16. Larnaca round of 16. Genk round of quarterfinals. Alkmaar semis.
So who did you play round 32?
There was no round 32. It was round of 16.
Oh right, okay, because
it's not that big. It's not that big.
Oh, fair enough.
It's only A B C D whatever. Like I don't remember because we played Larnaca, we battered them. And then we played again.
Mubama scored that game, didn't he?
Yeah, Mubama scored. We drew away from home against Ghent, beat them at home. Then played Alkmaar.
Beat Alkmaar at home, then beat them away.
Yep, and then beat Fiorentina. Man City in the mud by getting Verts, not that Oil FC. Not even mad. Not even mad. FA Cup final. That's the thing. In their crisis season, top 4 in FA Cup. What's a crisis season if they do that, if they get an FA Cup, because you never know, Palace could turn up on a day.
I just think it's funny how Arsenal are the only one of the big 6 clubs not to be in a final this season.
That is crazy. Like, how have you managed to do that in phase 6? Weirdly enough, I've got nothing against Man City's, but so I did enjoy their bad run as much as other fans. Yeah, usually West Ham fans don't have anything against Man City because we've got a good relationship with them. I don't like to see them do bad because, first of all, I like how much people hate them for just winning. Like, they win and then people just hate. They win and people are just like, oh, fuck Man City. Nobody cares. What? Because they won the league. Like, bro, just stop complaining and put more pressure on your club. Once he's even a top player, I think they dodged a bullet not getting him. I think he's a good player. I don't know whether he can be great, fantastic. I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting to see who City sign as their 10 replacement. But apparently they're interested in Reinders from AC Milan.
Who the fuck is John Goodman? Because Musty's saying I look like him.
John Goodman. Is that not like a commentator? John Goodman. He's an American actor. Okay. Yeah, Musty's violating. This is John Goodman.
Nah, Musty, nah.
Nah, he does not look like John Goodman.
No.
So yeah, he doesn't look like John Goodman. No, have you seen Anthony play for Betis? He's balling. Yeah, I think Anthony would turn up. I think Anthony would turn up still. Big up Rodney. Arteta out 6 years and only one FA Cup. Where is their accountability?
Yes, Rodney, tell him.
Said Paul Heyman. Hell no. Don't ask BJ. He's a top gooner. Big up views every single time. Shout out to views. Life under Mikel Arteta as your manager. Sadly, no final. Bro, Alfie's been saying this for a few months. Have Man City been good for football since the money?
They've been good to watch.
Yeah, they've been good to watch. I think the prime, like I say, prime Man City, they won the treble and then won 4 in a row. But what I mean by prime Man City in terms of like watching them on the eye was the 18-19 season, where Sane, Sterling, Aguero, all of that. I don't think Saudi ownerships are necessarily. I think they're the scapegoat of the problem of football. The problem of football is the way the league will treat every different team off the pitch in terms of like money situations. I think the Premier League is more the problem in itself rather than, American actor. Yeah, he doesn't look like him. BJ said he'd rather not sell Saka than win. That's a red card. Fuck, well, yeah, bro, he does not look like my man John Goodman. Big up AK as well. Big up AK
as well.
Arteta written says behind me.
Of course, Liam would say that.
Yeah, of course. Why are you clapping, you fraud? You would rather keep Saka than win it. You're not living that down. Big up AK. Mini Mike's not defending me. He's a fraud. He looks a bit like Sloth from the Goonies with a hint of P. Diddy. Wolf, man. Wolf. Fam, it's gone dark. I need to turn my lights on, but fucking hell, Wolf.
Nah.
Wolf, bro.
Nah.
That's a bio. P. Diddy. And Sloth. Wolf. Nah.
Man said, dark. Hey, you guys with the baby oil. No.
That's dark.
Wow, Wolf, man, come on.
We were good before the oil money. I think he was getting.
No, you weren't. You weren't. You weren't good before the oil money. Middlesbrough slapped you 8-0 before the oil money came in.
Depends what you mean by before the oil money. If we're talking like just before the oil money.
Before the oil money, Stuart Pearce was sticking David James up front.
But that was like 10 years before.
No, it was like 3 or 4 years before.
When did they get money? 2009?
Yeah, the 08-09 season.
Was Stuart Pearce, was that not? Oh, yeah, Stuart Pearce was manager. Do you know what? I thought Kevin Keegan. I don't know why in my head. Bro, I thought that was long ago.
I think Keegan came in after him. Then who was it? I think. Doesn't matter who it was.
Alfie, do you think Burton will sack Arteta?
I think he should if he's given the authority to. But whether we will, I don't know. I hope we do.
I don't think it'll happen. It won't happen because you might have never sacked a manager because of Champions League football. You've never sacked a manager unless you miss out on Champions League. Look at Wenger. Wenger had to miss out on Champions League a couple of years in a row before he had to leave.
And we didn't even sack him. He walked away of his own accord. The only time we ever sacked a manager was Emery.
And he didn't have Champions League football, which makes sense. So with fucking Arteta now, this is what's going to happen. Nothing's going to change. But people blame Berta, even though your owners have just hired Berta to be the face of the problem. That's what I think is going to happen. Because people are going to be like, oh, Arsenal are moving different. They're getting Zubimendi early. Bro, they were interested in Zubimendi before Berta was there, so it doesn't really make a fucking difference, does it? Tears FC, my G. Bro, P. Diddy is crazy, by the way. Wolf is absolutely violating.
He's calling me out from sloth, bro.
I see the sloth in the eye. That's a fun. In the Thomas Cook era, I mean? I don't remember what fucking year that was. Because I wasn't about then. For as long as I've been alive, well, as long as I've been watching football, you might have been good. So, it is what it is. Arsenal Oil Club, what are we doing here? You got Fly Emirates. What's it? Emirates? Bro, everyone's funded by bullshit. Everyone's funded by bullshit anyway, bro. Like, if you look at the way every club is funded, you're funded by billionaires. Like, man, are trying to play the moral game with fucking billionaires. Like, bro. Like, you sacked George Graham? Well, I guess
that was before I was even alive.
Yeah, he's talking a recent time, isn't it? How long will it be until Newcastle are hated because of the oil money? It's happened already. It's happening already. The only reason why it's not happening as much as Man City, though, is because they're not spending. They can't spend. I'm guessing they are successful, maybe what happened due to strict FFP rules. Yeah, exactly. I think with the whole thing of Newcastle, is that as soon as they got oil money, people started like disliking Newcastle. But like, I'll be real, yeah. I would take being that hated if it meant my club was that rich and that structured that they wanted to fucking win. I don't care. You think I care if people were like, if my team wins the league, you think people don't care and be like, oh, but who cares if you won the league? Nobody cares if you won the league. I care. That's all that matters. I don't give a fuck what you think. You think why do you people want other people to care about them winning? Who cares? Even if they don't care. By the way, the people that say they don't care that Liverpool or Man City win the league, they do care because they don't stop fucking going on about it. But also, so what? Even if they didn't care, so what? Their team's not winning the league. So you could try and put up in front and be like, well, I don't care that this team are winning the league. Well, clearly you do. Clearly you do. But also, even if you don't care, that's a problem in yourself. That's a problem with your mentality. The fact that you don't care that another team's won the league if you're a team that's trying to compete or meant to be competing. That's your problem. I don't know why the comments just went off that. I didn't even click on that. Arsenal have been shit since the oil money. Sorry, Alfie Sloth. Wet Sloth BJ. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. I didn't even mean to type the sloth. Just forgot that. Alfred King Henry VIII. Oh my god, are you saying he looks like Henry VIII? Are you saying that Alfie looks like Henry VIII? Nah, man.
So we've gone from saying I look like BJ to fat shaming. Say no more. Say no more.
It's a fat joke, fam. Oh, my days. But nah, just to remind the people of who people say that Alfie looked like. It's this guy. People, the streets are saying that Alfie looks like this guy.
The streets are lying, man. The streets are wrong.
I can't lie, I'm keeping this up for the rest of the stream. We signed company when Thomas Cook took over. Oh, okay, fair. I love my arse off. FFP restrictions has ruined the Premier League, in my opinion. It's lowered the standards. I don't even think it's lowered the standards. It's just not like level. Like, these FFP restrictions haven't made anything level. Just the oil. That would be the rallying cry from all the salty fans. A lot of these owners have done messed up things to get rich. You could pick on every mega rich company and find a reason to hate them. At least it can bring the fans some happiness. Exactly. That's is it a colour thing? It's definitely not a colour thing. Look at the touchline. Tell me you don't see it. Look at the faces. Look at the faces. Tell me you don't see it.
No.
Touchline. Tell me you don't see it. Tell me you don't see it. We all saw you eat 97 donuts. Yeah, apparently you were just eating donuts after in the PSG game. Were you comfort eating?
No, I was just eating my dinner, innit?
What, donuts as your dinner?
No, that was my dessert, fam.
Behave yourself. This.
Right, listen. Listen. Oh my days. Oh my days. Before you man argue again. I can see the resemblance, nothing against Alfie, just look related. I can't lie, I've had about 100 yum yums in the past 2 months. Fairs,
What from
man.
Greg's? What from Greg's?
Greg's are elite, man. I found out there's actually a Greg's that's not far away from me. So if I do feel hungry after the gym, I'm going straight to Greg's.
See, that's the thing. I've got two different Greg's shops within like 5-10 minutes from me. Like literally, there's one by the train station where I live, and then you travel Thamesmead ways, and there's another one.
I mean,
Like,
fairs.
Greg's is just a British staple. Like you,
Oh yeah.
you want something sweet, you go Greg's. You want a sausage roll, you go Greg's. Like you go there.
You know this actually, because obviously you went college with me. Remember there was a Greg's in Shoreditch?
Mm.
Bro, I used to go there. Like, if I wasn't going to Sainsbury's to get them donuts, yeah, you remember the donuts. And I used to go to Sainsbury's to get them donuts, yeah. I used to go Greg's.
It was either Greg's to get some lunch, or it was the chicken shop, or it was the Sainsbury's to grab a cheeky little meal deal. Like that, those were the settings.
Sorry if Alfie's always getting bullied. It's a joke. It's a joke, man.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. I don't eat sausage rolls though. Oh, they're elite though. They're elite.
Yeah,
they are elite.
They are.
Well, obviously worth eating sausage.
No, do you know what? Do you know what else is elite from Greg's? I don't know whether anyone else would think this is elite, but it might just be me. You know the sausage, cheese, and bean melts.
Mm.
They are elite, honestly.
I haven't tried them, because I don't really like beans like that.
Either them or a cheeky little chicken bake.
Fairs. Oh,
and the pizza from Greg's ain't too bad either.
No, the pizzas are good, Wait, is this a real reason, Touchline? I thought you were a different religion. No, because I know you're not Muslim, so sausage is haram. But I swear, no, this can't be actually sausage is elite. Okay, there's a bit of a why. It's a bit of a why. Do a direct comparison with Henry VIII. I've got you.
Fuck off, Dave, man.
No, the same facial hair. That's it. You got the same facial hair. He doesn't look like Henry VIII. Yeah, no. I'm a fair man, Alfie. You do not look like Henry VIII.
Thank you.
I'm not. It's just haram for. But yeah, I see you're taking a piss. I tried the pizza the other day. It's not bad, but prefer regular sausage rolls over their pizza. Yeah, I'll be honest. I do like a roll. I was gonna say the other way. Sausage is haram, but bacon ain't for touch. What the fuck does that even mean? It's just haram, fella. Fairs. Your eyes are too close together. What the fuck?
Who?
So
mine.
You got your eyes and Henry VIII's eyes, yeah. All right, say less. Alfie kind of looks like PSG in before he cut his hair. Nah, he doesn't. Still, he doesn't. PSG. Do you know who PSG in is?
No.
No, it's the PSG YouTuber that shaved his head. He's cool with Omar. But no, you don't look like him. You don't look like him. But listen, people, I'm gonna end it there. It's been a great show. Been a fantastic show. I'm gonna be live with Sheik on Sheik's channel at 10 p.m. people for Mud Brothers. Apparently, there's gonna be a cereal Arsenal cooking. So that should be fun as well. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to Alfie, people. His link is in the title. So you're trying to get him to 400 subs as well. Alfie, what have you got coming up?
Obviously got the match preview and the review of the Newcastle game this weekend, as well as the FA Cup final watch along, and then we've got the Europa League, Europa Conference League, and both Champions League finals I'm doing watch alongs for. So make sure you guys are there.
All right, people. Yeah, I'll do a watch along for Sunderland commentary tomorrow because fuck it, why not? What's the King Henry post? Looks more like Bayern for you, fucking. All right, Jesus Christ. I don't know what I'm doing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I have things planned. I'll just have bare videos out. I might do a watch along Friday for the Friday games. But anyway, people, take care and peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow.